The sun beat down on Anya's small, thatched-roof bucka, her roadside restaurant. Sweat beaded on her brow as she wiped down the rough-hewn tables. Business was slow, too slow. Another day of empty plates, she sighed, gazing at the parched earth surrounding the village of Adwoya. Her eyes drifted to the ominous tangle of trees beyond. The infamous evil forest, a place whispered about in fearful tones. The village well had run dry weeks ago, and the only other source was rumored to lie deep within that dreaded wood. Desperation gnawed at Anya. Her younger brother, Emeka, was sick, and her meager savings were dwindling. That night, under the pale glow of a sliver moon, she took a deep breath and ventured into the evil forest. The air grew thick and cold, the silence broken only by the rustling of unseen creatures. After what seemed like an eternity, she found it, a well, its water shimmering like liquid moonlight. A strange, low hum emanated from its depths, a whisper carried on the night breeze. Ignoring the prickle of fear, Anya drew a bucket of the water. It was bloody and unsettled, unlike any water she'd ever seen. At her restaurant, she continued using it to prepare a simple, sumptuous pot of pepper soup. The aroma that filled the air was intoxicating. Unlike the one she made previously, it was rich, complex, and strangely comforting. Customers continued flocking to Anya's bucka. The pepper soup, cooked with the water from the well, was a sensation. People raved about its flavor, its restorative power. They spoke of feeling energized, healed, full, and strangely blessed. Anya's business boomed. Emeka's ill health too was restored. Word spread, and people came from neighboring villages, drawn by the amazing soup Anya makes. She was very happy and continued to welcome customers to eating happily. A wealthy chief, Chief Okoro, arrived in a grand procession. He tasted the soup, his eyes widening in surprise. "This is no ordinary food," he declared. "Where do you get your water, woman?" Anya hesitated, then, under the chief's stern gaze, confessed about the well in the evil forest. Chief Okoro's face turned ashen. "That is a forbidden place," he warned. "The spirits there are not to be disturbed." Ignoring Chief Okoro's warning, driven by the hunger of her growing business and the need to provide for her family, Anya continued to draw water from the well. She became wealthy, her bucket transforming into a bustling restaurant, her family living in comfort. However, a strange unease settled over her. Anya and her younger brother began to have vivid nightmares, filled with shadowy figures and whispering voices. One night, a terrible storm raged. The wind howled like a tormented spirit, and the rain lashed against Anya's roof. Anya woke up screaming, her eyes wide with terror. She saw shadows towards the window, where shadowy figures danced in the storm, their voices a chilling chorus of whispers. The wells hung. Anya realized the truth. The wealth and healing came at a price. The spirits of the evil forest were demanding their due. She gathered all her remaining water from the well. She returned to the forest. Under the raging storm, she poured the water back into the well, begging the spirits for forgiveness, and the storm subsided.